welcome to a ad hoc Forgotten North Gaming recording. Good evening, Stan.
Good evening, Scott. Happy New Year, Christmas, and all that
Indeed,
rubbish.
and I shall raise a glass to you, sir.
Oh, same to you, mate. It's Friday night. Let's go wild. Been back at work for a couple of days.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I've barely went off, but yes, indeed, terrible. First of all, apologies, Andy is not with us. He has actual family things to do every now and then, so
He has an actual family.
he has actual life and like stuff to do, and doesn't just get to ramble on all the time like you or I sometimes. But I'm sure at some point we'll get Andy's thoughts about the nonsense that we're going to chinwag about for a little bit. So, from an introduction point, Stan and I were just chatting, and we thought actually we're getting chatting about the year and how the first year of Old World's been, and we thought, hey, if we're going to talk crap about it, we might as well record it.
Share it with the masses.
So, nothing too structured this evening, so apologies as we ramble off topic, which is almost guaranteed. But we just thought we would share our thoughts about how 2024's been.
The first 9 months. 11 months, sorry.
Yeah. So we did our 6 months review, didn't we? Earlier. But that was more about the game system, how we were thinking the meta, stuff like that. We thought this one would just be a bit of a meandering thoughts of the game, the meta, the events we've been to, kind of
how many miles we've clocked up.
How many miles? Oh, I haven't worked it out. Oh no.
Probably a lot.
A lot, time. Yeah.
And what the glorious year of 2025 is going to bring.
Yeah, I think it's an exciting year, the forthcoming year, to be honest.
I'm looking at it in a different way. This time last year, we roughly knew what was coming.
Yeah, to a point, yeah.
This year, there's question marks.
I think
which we'll get to when we're...
So yes, let's start from the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. So, cast our minds back to much earlier in 2024, and we had the launch of Old World.
I remember.
And we were there. We were in Warhammer World.
Well, even before that, sitting here with 3 different computers, trying to make sure we got all the pre-orders.
Yes, yeah, that was wild. The pre-order was insane, and a lot of money was spent, and a lot of it completely unnecessarily. But it was fun. That's the fun. Aye.
But we got everything we wanted.
We did. Yeah, we were lucky. To be fair, we got every book, every set of dice, every model that we wanted, and it set us up for a very good year in Warhammer terms.
But apart from, obviously, neither of us have ordered anything on pre-order from GW for a while, and we didn't realise we couldn't pick them up on pre-order day.
That was wildly upsetting. Yeah. So, to give context to anyone who haven't already ranted at this about, we, including Andy, all placed our pre-orders and went to the launch at Warhammer World.
And said we'd pick them up at Warhammer World.
Yes. To get to Warhammer World on launch day, to be told they're not there and wouldn't be there for a couple of weeks.
Couple of days.
Couple of days. Which was interesting.
We thought the point of pre-ordering it to a store was you could pick it up
on the day. Yes. I mean, we've since been disabused of that thought, obviously.
But we went down.
We
got there 8 o'clock.
We were there. What time did doors open? 10?
Doors opened at 10. I think we were there just after 8.
Just after 8, I think. There was already a little queue.
Well, full length of the building. It was from the main entrance
to Bugman's, roughly where we joined.
To the side entrance.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking about how the queue that when we got there with 2 hours to get.
It was from the main door to the
Bugman's door.
Bugman's entrance.
Yeah. And then, by the time we got in, it was the wildest thing I've ever seen.
It was, what a day.
And I think, talking to the managers and the people who work in Warhammer World, it was beyond all of their expectations.
Yeah.
I mean, that queue literally went from the
Went
main
round the
entrance
block.
down to Bugman, across the car park, round the edge of the extra car park, down the side of the production building, and all the way along the road past the Golden Sigmarite and whatnot. It was insane.
And then the queue for the shop as well.
Oh my god. Once people got in there, the queue went what? From the desk. If anyone doesn't know what we're going from the desk through
Through
the
Forge
shop,
World,
all the way through Forge World, up into the
Gaming
the gaming hall, to the top
And
of the
round.
gaming hall, and then around the gaming hall. And that was the queue to get served at a till. Like, it was absolute carnage in a really good way, if that makes sense.
and then there was obviously Mini Wargaming were there.
Yeah, hats off to Mini Wargaming as well. I thought they did their big table was really cool.
Yeah, had a big game doing intro games.
Yeah, it was really nice. We got loads of people involved. Obviously, we were there having games as well. We were fortunate enough to be playing like some small 1,250 point games on launch day, which was pretty cool.
It was lovely. It was a great atmosphere. It was
incredible.
The excitement.
It was Warhammer coming home, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was really exciting, and I think the buzz in Warhammer World that day was just incredible.
And to see it just flying off the shelves.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just it was crazy. It was a mad day, but it was really good. It was such a good, crazy day.
And then we just stayed overnight, came on the Sunday, which was a lot quieter.
Yeah.
But then got an early fly away.
Drive home the next day was good. That night, I always like going down the day before, and having just a nice. Oh, we had that night of it, didn't we? And it was pleasant. It was good.
I can't remember what we did on the evening on.
Went to the Old Jerusalem and went to that pub where we had a pizza.
Yes, we did.
Burger.
I remember.
Up the hill from the Old Jerusalem.
Yeah.
That stretch of bars in Nottingham where we find ourselves on a fairly regular basis, considering we live 3 hours away.
Yeah, that's a lovely little route.
Mm.
The Jerusalem, the Salutation,
Aye.
the castle.
Aye. It was castle, that's where we ate, wasn't it, on that night?
Yeah.
And had a mooch around. So that was sorry.
Then you drove down 3 days later to come.
Then I drove back 3 days later to collect all of our pre-orders. So within a week, I'd done Nottingham and back twice from Newcastle.
And we saluted you.
Dedication to the cause. That's what that is, Stan. Dedication to the cause. But yeah, look, I was a day off work and I drove down. I went down really early in the morning, got there for an opening, collected our stuff. And to be fair as well, the staff were very cool, weren't they? They offered to send it up to us.
Yeah.
So, screw it, I'll just drive back.
It was our mistake for not reading it properly, but it was just the panic of just getting it in the basket.
Yeah, that's how it used to work.
Yeah.
Many years ago when we were just spring chickens as opposed to bitter, twisted old men.
Yeah, I don't miss those days.
Back when not everything hurt.
But that was it. It was out in the wild. The game was
out there. To be fair, to be honest, is really mixed reviews, which still is still the case now.
I think it's more positive.
More positive now, and I think some people have got their reservations, which is sad, but that's the reality. That's always going to be the case, I think.
Yeah.
But I think the game, what's lovely, because the game is now live and it's supported, we're seeing FAQs and give GW their dues. They are taking on feedback and making changes, and I'm very interested to see where the next set of FAQs can take us within the next 12 months.
But we've had 2 meaningful FAQs.
Yeah.
We had one soon after launch, and then one in the summer, and they were meaningful. They weren't just the 8th edition ones where it was 20 words.
No, I think, like I said, they're always going to get their critics because they're GW and they always will. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and defend everything GW do. But you can't fault the fact that the game's out. It's went pretty goddamn well overall. Like their production capacity is their production capacity, and that's the issue with certain things. But from a rule set, it's out there. It's in the wild, getting played. Feedback's coming in, and FAQs have been solid and so far I've taken on the feedback, and I'm interested to see where they go with it in the forthcoming year as well.
You're never going to get, you see it every day, people asking questions. You're never going to get every question answered, or an FAQ would be like the 40k one, 30 pages long.
Well, yeah, and what it hasn't done is completely change rule sets. Like I believe 40k does quite a lot these days, which obviously I don't play the game, but
yeah, it's been clarifications and smaller arters.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to continue to pour this bottle into me food.
But our first major tournament was only just over a month after launch.
Yeah, well, it was our first trip to Leotis Gaming, wasn't it, in Leeds?
Yes, just for a cheeky little one day.
Cheeky little one day, what, 1,500? 1,750 points.
1,750.
1,750 points, one day. Game had only been out a month, so like people were playing all sorts of stuff. You took Dark Elves?
I took Dark Elves.
And I took what proved in time to be a pretty shit Empire army.
Besides the hero BSB.
Oh, legend. That BSB. The bane of your life.
Bane of my Dark Elf Lord dragon.
Yeah, the rest of the army's rubbish except that block of spearmen and the BSB.
But cracking little event and...
Really good event. So pleased we attended, because obviously since then we've been to another one in Leotis, and we're planning for our next one as well. And actually, it's been
a lovely little venue.
Really cool. It's a good venue.
Cracking guy that runs it.
Yeah. For anyone who lives remotely in the Leeds area, or is looking to attend events in Yorkshire / like the bottom of the north, like really good venue. Super little shop, super little venue. Like you say, the guy that runs it, and the crowd that we've met in there have all been outstanding. It's been there twice, and I've had nothing but a good time both times.
Yep, and then we didn't have long. It was then 6 weeks later.
The first
back to
actual
Warhammer World.
GT at Warhammer World, which was also 1,750 points.
Yep, on small boards.
On smaller boards. And obviously no legacy factions because it was a GW. Had to be painted. Had to, not really any other restriction was it other than duplicates.
I think it was the 6 core 3.
Yeah. But like 1,750 points. That was interest on the smaller boards. You had a bit of a mixed bag on that one, didn't you?
I know I had quite a good one with the goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was they learned a lot from it.
Yes, GW did learn a lot from it. It was good. And was it not dwarves this first one you took?
Oh yeah, no, it was dwarves the first one.
Yeah, yes. The next one was the one where you went had a hell of a weekend with your goblins. No, I think GW did learn a lot from it. Like, I had an absolute blast. We met some really lovely people down there as well, didn't we? That have sort of we've met now multiple times through the year at different events and chatted with, who are just really good guys.
All the Sheffield lads.
Like the Sheffield lads, John Adey and whatnot. Like Russ from Facehammer. And like just lots of other people as well. Like, it's just such...
Jack Cropper.
Wasn't it the first one though, was he? He was at the second one. We don't want to give him good media either. Like everyone knows Jack's an evil, twisted, netlist animal. We love you, Jack. But that first one was great, and because it was that really did feel like Warhammer coming home to Warhammer World.
Yeah.
A weekend of 1,750 drinks in Bugman's. It was just a brilliant weekend.
About our mandatory bar crawl in Nottingham.
Obviously. And I was pipped, wasn't I? That goddamn Dragon Lord, Russ. Lost one game when I came fourth that event with Mortuary Cultist.
Yep, that was the start of you going, this is going to be a good year.
It's going to be a good year. Yeah, I thought after getting the TK done, I was like, this is going to be a good year. As if I hadn't been playing TK for the last 3 years of 8th edition.
Yeah. And then it was on to Derby.
Derby, the first
Triple
event
Crown.
by Triple Crown in the Old World, and it was at...
May they rest in peace.
May they rest... Boards and Swords in Derby. Great weekend again.
Tremendous curry on the Friday night.
Tremendous curry on the night.
Got recruited for a darts team.
Yes, we did get asked him to join a darts team in some little pub, which was brilliant. Like, what a hole in the ground that we just loved both nights. And catered to our friends who don't drink as well. Like,
yeah.
For Shane and Andy, it was really good. And, like, it was just a really good weekend.
Really good. Wasn't blistering hot, which is unusual for a Triple Crown
derby. It was nice. What's a shame with hindsight, looking that there's now this sort of non-official ranking system, is that Triple Crown didn't use BCP.
Yes.
Because that otherwise, damn you to hell.
Yep.
But yeah, that was good. We've done a review for a bit more detail from Derby, if you want to go back into our sort of old recordings. And that was the event where Andy, then myself, then you came first, second, third at the event, wasn't it?
Yep.
And I went on Operation Submarine.
Yeah. Somehow, I'll not forgive you for that.
No. Absolutely robbed you and Cropper somehow from second place.
But I've forgotten North 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that was amazing. And it was just a really good event, as they always are. But Boards and Swords again, a bit tight, but a good venue run by really good people.
Yeah, it's going to be a shame. It's going to be missing from my calendar.
It is going to be a shame if no one else sort of steps into the Triple Crown void of hosting one in Derby. It will be a shame because actually we had great digs. We found that really nice curry place, a couple of really good bars, and we just had a really good time.
Yeah.
Was it after day one though of gaming? I was absolutely goosed.
Yeah.
And when it was having something to bite eating that local bar, which is also decent as well.
Yeah, and went into that bar with the
the Predator,
the Cougars.
Yeah. So if you're interested in Derby, anyone, it's got actual predators. Predators and Cougars galore.
Drop us a message and we'll tell you where to go.
Yeah, drop us a message and we'll hook you up. But Derby, great event. Obviously, after Warhammer World, our first quote-unquote serious 2-day.
Serious 2-day, proper game size, proper board size.
Proper board size, 2,000 points, good proper GT.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. We then, I think the next one we went to was the actual TC down in Essex.
Yep, or drive, long drive
annual sojourn to Essex.
And Southend, what can we say? Again, there's a review on that.
What can we say? Yes. We can't say that we haven't already said on a recording.
Savage.
But you people are wild.
And red hot again.
It was exceptionally warm. I've never seen so many topless humans in my entire life.
Yeah, and half of them shouldn't have been.
Oh, I mean, comfortably. But you stuck with your goblins at this event, didn't you?
No, I went for the experimental dark elves with no dragon.
We both went wild experimentalist this one, didn't we? You went crazy dark elf no dragon list, and I went Chaos Dwarfs.
Yeah.
But again, good event. TC have never failed to put on good events, to be fair. Scott, James, Max, John, good events.
Good events. Again, going to be missed from the calendar.
There would be, obviously, except Scott is hosting an event in April this year in Colchester called Colchester Clash. For anyone who may be looking, I believe there is still some tickets there for his event.
I believe so.
I will attempt to put a link to Scott's event in the comments as well.
But it's on Old World rankings.
It's on Old World rankings.
At upcoming tournaments. It's on BCP.
It's on BCP. So
it's on Facebook.
You'll find it, I'm sure. But we'll link the Facebook in the description if I can.
Again, anyone having trouble, just drop us a message.
I'll drop us a message. We'll get in touch with Scott. We know people. But I'm really looking forward to that anyway. But we'll come on to that when we talk about this forthcoming year. Yeah. But yes, we had our annual trip to Essex because we love a 6-hour drive. It's what really gets us going for a weekend of Warhammer.
Yeah, I'd love a Wendy's on the drive back.
Yeah.
But now they've opened one in Newcastle.
It's like that. Yeah, it's the highlight of our weekend. How's the weekend? Well, smashing a Wendy's on the way home. Bosh.
Baconator.
Baconator. The best burger from a fast food place. And then after TC, our next one was back to Warhammer World for the second GW event, but their first full GT.
Yep.
A proper 2,000 point, full board size GT.
Yep.
Back to the Goblins for you?
Yep. And day one somehow won 3 games and then choked day 2.
Your day one was phenomenal.
Absolutely unreal.
Like top table, goblins doing wild goblin-y things. You had 3 massive wins as well, didn't you, on day one? There were just two
big wins and one narrow win.
Great event again. Like I was back to me beloved Tomb Kings, but not Mortuary Cult this time. I was just using
standard
Royal. Sorry, not Royal.
Grand Army.
The generic host, which was like stumbled upon a very, very effective list.
Yeah, you did really well with it. You couldn't believe it. You didn't think it was...
No, I thought it was weaker than my Mortuary Cult list, genuinely. I thought...
And you thought it was weaker than your experimental double casket list.
Yeah. And it was a list that was driven by models that I'd painted and liked. Yeah. Which was lovely.
But you finished second?
Yeah. Came second of that GT. Didn't lose a game. I had 4 wins and a draw. Very pleased. Obviously, I was over the moon to come second. And then both visits to Warhammer World, I managed to come away with a trophy. Like game 1 was Best Sportsman, which was amazing. And second one was second. Bloody Russ came first again. Son of a bitch.
The Chaos Dragon Lord.
I wouldn't mind, to be fair to him, he doesn't even take the absolutely completely bent build.
No, he takes the
tank.
The tank build.
He doesn't die at all. But great event again. Like
yeah, they take a lot of the feedback from the first event.
Yeah, they did. And that's goes back to what we said earlier about giving GW their props. Really, that we've attended 2. There's another one forthcoming, isn't there, where we can't attend, but we've attended both, and that's been on in 2024. And both events have been absolutely great. Like, really good.
Apart from the bar manager should be taken out and shot for the second event.
Oh, the fact that they ran out of drink.
On day one.
When I could finally drink as well, because we were staying so close, I could walk there. I don't think I'll ever forgive them for that.
Shocking.
I'll forgive them a lot of things, but not running out of beer and Bugman's.
Just absolute shit show planning.
Terrible. Yeah. But the event itself was very, very good. And if anyone can get tickets for a GW event, I would absolutely recommend it. Because they're always brilliant.
They're good. You pay a lot of money for them. The food isn't great, but you're playing Warhammer World.
Aye. Like, that's worth a good chunk of the entry fee.
Yeah. Same reason why, you go to Disneyland in America.
Yeah. Like, it's Warhammer World. It's Nerd Mecca.
Yeah.
Where else? If you can play Warhammer there, why the hell wouldn't you play Warhammer there?
And the second GW event was also the second tournament would be when a pre-order went live.
Yes. Oh God, you're right, because the other one was live at TC.
Essex.
Yeah.
The Dwarves went live at Essex.
Yep.
And the Chaos went live at Warhammer World 2.
Yeah. And to be fair, the guys at Warhammer World amended their start time a little bit to give people a chance to pre-order, which I thought was really, really great from a host point of view.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen... There was a lot of people just staring at the phones.
There was a lot of people, and actually it went live slightly early, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was wild. And set, like you say, almost two GTs in a row, wasn't it? Where we'd had a pre-order go live while Game 1. Absolutely crazy. And then we had our last event that we attended not long after that, which was the 2-day event at back to Leota's Games in Leeds.
Yep. And
I can't believe this was the last event we've attended this year. Or last year, rather, now.
But we had something special.
We did.
But onto Leonda's, you took the same list and absolutely romped it.
Oh, to be fair, took the same list as the Warhammer World and played 5 games, won 5 games. I was over the moon with the performance, to be honest. Came first. And it was just a good event.
Cracking event.
Good event, well run. 5 good games with nice people.
Yep. And I picked up my third of the year.
Yep. Yeah, it was a good event for us as a team.
And that curry house we found.
Oh, yeah, that was phenomenal. That the all you can eat was just outrageous.
Absolutely tremendous.
I mean, one thing you can guarantee that Leeds Bradford are going to give you is phenomenal curry.
Yep. And that curry house was...
It did not disappoint.
No, it didn't.
I mean, this might as well be a review how we travel the country having the odd bit of food and beer whilst playing Warhammer.
It's a review of... It's really a pub and food.
Yeah.
It's Warhammer chucked in.
Oh, sorry, my cough. I'm slowly getting over it. Oh.
But then it was a few weeks till the big one.
Oh, yeah. Then we finished our gaming year in style by finally, through a lot of hard work, toil and effort, we hosted the very first ever Forgotten North Gaming GT in Newcastle last year.
And we had 30 brave souls trusted us to deliver, and I believe we did.
Yeah, the feedback was, to be honest, actually the feedback was so good it really blew us away and really, I know we talked about, really made all of the effort worthwhile. I had such a good time hosting it.
It was a crack. It was everything we wanted it to be. Yeah. The games were played in the manner we wanted them played.
Oh, everyone who attended was great. The
venue was
excellent. We had some issues with the bar. That has been rectified for the next one. From a service point.
But it was just a cracking... To finish our year, it was a lovely...
Yeah. You say the venue, it was everything we wanted. It was 360 access to all the tables, so much space, well-priced alcohol, to be fair, comfortable venue. The meal on the Saturday night for the people who wanted to attend was just
having the people I wanted to stay over staying in the venue.
Yeah, you didn't have to leave. You could arrive there and then never leave.
We didn't.
It was like Hotel California.
Yeah.
But with Warhammer.
we arrived Friday afternoon and didn't leave till Sunday night.
Aye, what a phenomenal weekend. I couldn't have been happier with how our first GT went, to be honest.
No. And I want to thank everyone that came and supported us.
Yeah.
And
genuinely thank you very much. And hopefully a lot of you will be coming back to attend our next one.
Yep. There is a review of the last one on the channel somewhere.
There is. There is.
Tickets are live for the next one in May, early May. Link will be posted below.
Ticket link will definitely be in the description below.
And it's selling quite well, considering it's been Christmas.
Yeah, we went live 2 weeks ago, roughly. 3 weeks ago. Early December. So despite the fact it's been Christmas, and to be honest, it's a dark time waiting to get paid at this time of year. So far, we're 14 tickets sold in the first 3 weeks.
First couple of weeks, yeah. We'll thoroughly expect that. I expect it to hit 30
to 40. Yeah, we've
30 by the end
purposely capped it at
February.
40 just to make sure we maintain 360 access to the tables and side tables for everyone, because we don't want to compromise the quality of the gaming space.
No, it's all about the quality and the comfort of it.
Yeah. But yeah, for anyone who is looking to attend for next year, it's a good segue off. Our next event is the first weekend of May. It's 2,000 points. We've got some additional comp rulings in there as we just test some stuff. And we've also got some different scenarios in the pack to try to encourage a more scenario-based bit of gameplay and think about army lists in a different way. But nothing too prohibitive, or that would stop you playing the game however way you want to play the game.
Yeah. They've been thought. We've been thinking about them for 6 months and testing them.
Yeah, we've tested these a lot, but we'd love to see any people come attend. We had such a good time the last one, and we're very, very much looking forward. If I do speak for all of us for this next one in May,
we've got some of the Scottish lads coming down.
Yeah,
up in Inverness.
Rich and Gary are definitely coming down, which will be brill. Like, I'm travelling up there the 1st of February for an event. What will be my second event of 2025. I have a busy year so far penciled in, which is very exciting.
And we've got Scott coming from Essex as well.
And Scott's coming up.
But it's nice that we are getting people travelling for the event.
We've spent a lot of years travelling to a lot of events. It's nice. It's nice to see people return the favour a little bit as well. So again, thank you to anyone who is travelling from a decent distance for it, because as people who've made this we've literally travelled the length and breadth of the UK to attend 8th events and or world events. It's very much appreciated because we know the effort, the time, and the cost. So thank you very much. And
it's great. It's great to see our friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
And make new friends.
Yeah, and I think that's been one of the highlights of 2024 for me.
It has been.
The new people I've met through Old World has been brilliant.
The new old people.
Sorry?
The new old people.
New old people. New Old World folk.
But it has been lovely. But here we are, 2025.
Yeah, I mean, I think my final I think the only regret I've got from 2024 from a gaming point is because our calendars didn't ever quite align. We didn't get to attend any of the TSN Arena events. No.
Yeah, I'm keen to go down to one of them.
Yeah, that's probably my only regret, from a tournament point in 2024. I think it's been a great year. With the only exception, we didn't get down to that at TSN.
It's been a fantastic year. I can't remember a year where we've been this spoilt for choice.
Oh, I mean, God, we've done what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've attended 5 2-day events. We've attended 1 one-day event and hosted an event.
Over the course of... Did that in 9 months.
Brilliant. It was, to be honest, looking back on it, what a year of gaming.
And we could have done so much more. Wives, jobs.
Yeah, goddamn life. But what a year. What a year. So 2025. And I think it's going to be another hell of a year.
I'm in two minds here. We know we're getting Empire next week.
Yep. And we know High Elves are soon after that.
Yeah, but the definition of soon...
Okay, we know High Elves are after that.
Yeah.
We know they're next on the chopping block, on the block.
I'm thinking there's two scenarios here. We get one army a quarter, and that's all the core factions released by the end of the year.
I think it might be quicker than that,
Or it goes quicker than that, and then what comes next?
Yeah, no, you're right. I think they might pump out an army every 2 months.
Well, this year is, for those sad people like myself that read the annual report, this is a quiet year. They've actually referenced in their annual report that there isn't a main game released this year.
No, there's no new editions of anything. There's no releases of anything.
Well, of the two core...
Of the big core games, that is, sorry. Yeah.
Rumours are that there's a Heresy version 3 coming out. Which
does open more space and potential excitement about what could come for us in Old World.
If they haven't been producing millions and millions of 40k and AOS starters...
Yeah. How quickly could they have pumped out the Old World stuff? And that's why part of us thinks it might be every couple of months now.
I would love it to be... I would love to be sitting here in the summer going, wow, we've had everything now.
Oh, yeah. That's the dream.
What's coming next?
Yeah, that's the dream. By the summer, we're sitting here on our sort of mid-year review saying, oh my God, like, what a 6 months. Like, everything's now out. Like, holy moly, what's next?
Yeah.
Like, where do we go next? How's the game developed then? And do we see GW taking it in any other way, sort of thing? Or do we see any more sort of live amendments? Where's the meta then? Like, what is there? Almost a consensus of comp. It's very exciting.
You know, if we're going an FAQ every 6 months, which is what they said, would you one imminently?
Shortly, yeah. Sometime in the relative new year, early spring.
I wouldn't be surprised if it came out next week. Either just FAQ. Before or just after the Empire release.
Yeah. It certainly wouldn't surprise me if it was with us before March, that's for sure.
Oh, I think it'll be like, this month.
Yeah. Or do you think it's going to be January?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I hope
6 months, it's a year.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That would be the right timing.
And probably alongside cause I think we got... Didn't we get one with the... It was with the dwarves.
Yeah, I think it was, actually. I think you might be right.
Because it had the errata for Young Grim in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. It was with the dwarfs, yeah.
So maybe next week or the week after.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully, and then because then what that would then maybe do is in my dream scenario timescale point, having the next FAQ out shortly, we then have the last 3 remaining armies, and then that's followed by the next 6 monthly errata / FAQ.
Yeah.
And that would be amazing from a timescale point of view for GW as well.
Because what is it? It's Punsey Elves. Then most likely
LeBeouf.
Beastman.
I think. But you'd imagine so, because we've gone good guy, and then that leaves the only 2 factions left, Beastmen and Wood Elves.
Yeah. So you've got High Elves, then probably, as I like to call them, the Mackhams. Mutated forest dwellers. And then the hippie elves.
Some popular armies as well to finish on.
Yeah. I think...
Some popular armies. I think Wood Elves will be very popular, and I think Wood Elves are a very strong army.
I think they're good, but it's interesting because Welsh were always just a kind of like... They were always a fringe choice.
They were always a fringe choice, but to be fair, they've always been a very good army when played well.
Yeah. Yeah, they're one of those armies that if you play them well, they're very rewarding.
Yeah, but it's almost like it's a specialist army.
Yeah. You've got to know them.
You've got to play them, you've got to know them, they've got a lot of finesse to them.
Yeah, not like these Tomb Kings who are, just point and click.
Whoa. Just because I ignore a large chunk of psychology to the point where I barely remember the rules. Could I just ignore it? Yeah, I don't play that part of the game. No.
A year in and you've still only read half the rule book.
It says psychology, I just skip over it. I don't need to know that. I need to know how it impacts you. I don't need to know what happens. I don't care.
Break tests, relax, don't need to know any of that.
Like, they're more like guide rules, aren't they? Guide rules for people who don't play dead creatures.
But yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, no, I think so. And there's also a lot of exciting events coming up in 2025.
Yeah,
I mean, God.
You're off to a flyer.
I'm going to the Durham GT event at the end of this month on my birthday weekend. So if anyone plays us, it is my birthday. And if you want to throw us a 20-0, I'm okay with it.
Which unfortunately I can't attend because it's also
your
my wife's birthday. And I don't want to start the year in that.
No, I mean, divorces are expensive, Stan. Or death. Like, it's only going to end in one of those two ways.
She'll take off my armies just out of malice.
Yeah, she would, yeah. So I've got that at the end of Jan. Very close, quickly followed by going up to Scotland for the event up in Inverness in the start of February.
It's just a one-day, isn't it?
Yeah. I make that 6-hour drive for a one-day event. Andy and I are attending the event in Inverness. We've got it multiple times for 8. Like, it's a really nice event. It's a long travel, but the guys up there are excellent. Rich, otherwise known as Tabletop Toad, runs a really good event. And if anyone is up in sort of northern Scotland, it's sold out. But if you're looking for someone who runs good events that you can likely to attend, couldn't recommend him enough. To be fair,
I've never made one because it's always just.
It's just too far for you for a one day, isn't it? Or the timing's just not right for you.
Yeah, start of the month's always a bad time.
Yeah. Then there's another event in March.
First weekend of March, where at Leondis again.
Leondis, yep. We're back to Leeds for another one-day event.
For a one-dayer.
Yep. That'll be good because Leondis is always a good fun event. Then when it comes to April, and we are off to Colchester for Scott's event, which really looking forward to. Like, I'm sure it'll be a really good event, and I think it's in.
Holiday Inn.
Sorry?
It's in a Holiday Inn?
Yeah, it's in a Holiday Inn. I'm sure I've got nothing but confidence that'll be a really good event because Scott's very experienced at running events and he knows what he's doing, and it'll be nice to see some of the southern guys who we don't see as often because they don't like to leave the south because they get nosebleeds when they get north of the Watford Gap.
Yeah, they get a bit scared.
Come out in the real world.
And then after that, we've got ours in May.
Then we host in May, which obviously we are very looking forward to. Already working on the additional train.
Yep.
From a modelling point. So yeah, very excited about that. And then the last one we've currently got booked in is the team event in June. In
Birmingham.
Where we'll be joined by one half of the old Triple Crown team.
Yep.
Max and Scott.
Yeah.
Which was very, very really looking forward to the Midlands GT team event. That'll be a blast. Team events are always good fun. They're just fun.
That's us till June already.
That's us till June, and I may or may not be attempting to sneak in the next GW event when tickets go live on Monday, I think.
On Monday? Oh, you're thinking about that one now.
I think I've managed to squeeze it in to the calendar.
It's the week before ours.
You're damn right. I know. That's the only worry. How much will I have on my plate that week?
It's a big ask.
It's a big ask. But I have technically had a green light for it though, so it'd be remiss of me not to attempt to get a ticket.
But if we could sneak in a TSN one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like I haven't got many in.
No, well, that's because you're looking at me and I've got at least one a month. This is all Nicole's fault for having a birthday.
I know.
What a bitch.
I know, and then work getting in the way again. So cancelling the year-end audit because I want to go to a tournament.
I know.
It's actually your sister's fault in a way.
Well, again, bitch. But yeah, I think 2025 is already setting up to be a very exciting year of Warhammer, and based on how much fun I've had in 2024, I'm very, very excited about what 2025's got to offer for us.
Yeah, I think this time last year there was a bit of apprehension because we didn't know what was about to hit, and now I'm just excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I totally agree. Excited to see excited to attend more events. Excited to see how the meta continues to evolve because, you know, we've had the Linehammer meta, the Dragon Lord meta, the Poison Bomb meta. Like, the game is just in flux, and it's an exciting time to be playing the game for me.
We're about to go into the War Wagon meta.
I mean, if nothing else, just because the model is lovely, and you've got a ridiculous list in mind with multiple War Wagons because you're wild.
Just 3.
But not because they're good, just because you love the model. And they are good, but they're not that good.
Just, you can't have a mechanical horse anymore, so...
That's true.
What else are you going to put your...
That's true. It's the old-fashioned mechanical horse. It's actually a massive wagon.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
But that'll be interesting to see when that goes on pre-order.
Yeah. I think that'll go well. I mean, to be fair, I imagine that War Wagon might as well be GW just printing money.
I'm amazed it's on a made-to-order.
Yeah, same. And we both misread the original press release, didn't we? Because we didn't think it was made-to-order.
No, I thought just the engineer guy that comes along with it was made-to-order.
So that's a shame. But...
It's funny, I think it's the first thing that's been made to order that's actually in an Arcane journal.
Oh God, now you've got us thinking.
Everything else has just been...
classic stuff, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's the first thing that's been like really actively in an Arcane journal that's been made to order.
Which is a bit... I don't know.
Unless they're just worried about the production of it, to be honest.
Yeah. It might purely just be a production thing.
It probably is. It's probably a sensible production business decision.
Or maybe you get that engineer in the first made to order, and then after that you don't get him. I don't know, but
yeah, who knows? But no,
it does seem stupid having it rules printed and then it not being available.
Yeah. It is what it is, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's an odd one. But it happened. It is what it is. Like you say, I'm not...
We'll see what happens. But
yeah. So from an army's point as well, are we got any projects for 2025? What are you looking at playing? You've got a lot of options on your table, haven't you?
Yeah, I really want to do the Exiles list.
Yeah, that's a strong list.
So I played 2024 with some strong lists, but fluffy.
Yeah, you had your Goblin list, which was fluff-driven, but it's a good list nonetheless.
Yeah, but it wasn't fully optimised.
No, it wasn't. You had your Dwarf list, which was also, to be fair, not fully optimised at all, really, the list you were playing.
No,
it was just
fun.
And you had your Dark Elf list, where you were just desperately trying to find a list that worked without a dragon.
Yeah. So I think the Exiles is a strong tournament list.
It's a very strong list. That test game we played a couple of weeks ago, not on the channel, sorry, but we're just trying to test some stuff. That's a very good list.
Yeah.
That's got some serious legs. But also you got something in mind about the team event, haven't you? Because Scott will be playing Bretonians.
Yeah, for the team event, I'm thinking finish up some dwarf stuffs and take a dwarf.
That dwarf list, I think, has real legs as well.
Yeah, a dwarf that you just put me up against their beatstick player.
Yeah. This might not shock anybody, but I'm probably going to be playing one of 2 different flavours of Undead this year.
Yeah, you love the dead things.
I love the dead things. I like them because they just reflect my soul. They're dead.
Last year you had the dry undead. This year is it for the moist undead?
I think I might go moist undead for a good... Anything that allows legacy list this year, I'm thinking I might play a VC just to mix it up a little bit. Because only GW official ones, I'll continue to play Tomb Kings. And I played Tomb Kings almost predominantly now for 4 years probably?
At least easily 3.
Yeah, it's at least 3, so I think it's ready for a bit of a change up. So I think I'm probably going to main with some VC this year, whilst working on a couple of projects in the background. I want to do want to do a Warriors list that I've got sort of models floating around for to start. Troll Horde, not going to be competitive. It's mainly just so I can play with it. And I'm excited about the future of a Beastman Arcane Journal and what that may bring.
Yeah, I can't keep saying it. It's the excitement now.
Yeah, it's exactly that. Like, it's not just the excitement about the meta evolving and lists evolving. It's actually armies still coming out. Like, this is the exciting. Like, this is so exciting to be a Warhammer gamer at this stage. Like, to play the old world at the minute is just exciting and fun.
Yeah, it's we try to be a positive channel. Yes, we know there's stuff.
Yeah, there's problems.
The excitement outweighs the.
I think problems. So, and I know, like, naturally we're more positively inclined about GW in general. That's no lie, but I don't think we're no GW shills in that. We call it out where we need to. But seriously, like, we've been crying out for the game to be supported and live since End Times killed 8th edition.
Killed it, yeah.
Officially. So just to be playing Warhammer Fantasy in any guise supported by GW, I will always be positive about, regardless of things.
It's like I said, we're at 2 tournaments this year where pre-orders went live.
Oh, aye.
At a tournament and stuff being available to order.
Yeah, like that like lists changing, like the meta evolving so much. Like, let's be honest, regardless of what people were doing with 8th edition, like the game had been out for forever, and like if you don't know everything there is to know about 8th edition and you've been playing it for this long, like. And that's not to slag off it. I loved 8th edition, and like I will not say anything else about. Like, I loved 8th edition. It was wild, it was insane. But there's bits I didn't like, and like, it became the game that lots of people love through comps. Like Warhammer 8th edition out the box was absolute batshit crazy, and people need to remember that when they're maybe complaining about Old World early on.
But I think this year will be the good test of how does the game mature.
No, agreed. I think the second year will be where you do see the game stabilise, mature, and maybe start to move on a little bit.
Yeah, because I know if there is a Heresy 3.0 this year, that means it's been 3 years since the last one.
Oh, does it?
And the 3-year cycle is normally something you associate with the core games.
Yeah.
Do we start seeing
3-year cycle of Old World? In which case, by the end of this year, we'll be halfway through our cycle of first edition.
By June, we're halfway through.
Yeah. Wild.
Which, we're not sure. I don't know if they're going to put it on a 3-year cycle, but if the studio's other big project of Heresy does it, it's, you could.
It sets a tone, doesn't it? It sets a tone.
Yeah.
But I suppose we'll see. It again just adds to this exciting time to be playing the game.
I don't care if they do another edition in 3 years. I'll still play it.
Yeah, I'll play whatever edition they're releasing that's live. To be honest,
but I know for certain we've got 2 more years of Old World.
Yeah.
And God knows what's going to happen. It's wild.
It's the unknown and the excitement of what is of forthcoming stuff that really keeps the juices flowing.
It's even like all the lists that I've got sitting here ready to test. They could all be blown out the water by an FAQ tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Yeah, that's part of the beauty of it, is the evolving nature of the game.
Like I said, I'm excited.
Yeah. I think to start kind of drawing our rambling to a close, it's been a very, very good year, 2024. We've got a live game of Warhammer Fantasy that's fully supported.
And a great community.
Oh, Una's it has been, the community has been phenomenal. Like, so many people putting out the YouTube stuff, like the people at events, the amount of events, the community is amazing. Like, you're right to mention it because the community makes the game.
Yeah, and it's been, I loved what we had before, but we'd go to an event and you would know 90% of the people there.
Yeah, but in 8th edition, because you'd see the same people over and over again, and that's not a bad thing. But the community was a dying community.
Yeah,
because
you didn't get much people.
The game had fractured into 8th. People who still played 8th, 9th Age. What's that? 6th people went back to. What's the non-GW game called that people went to?
Kings of War.
Kings of War. Like a really fractured community. Hopefully, and I think you are, starting to see a lot of that community come back together. And I think Old World has been a very cathartic thing for 2024 for me.
Yeah, I think, people always have their fears and worries and hatred towards GW for what had happened.
And
which I understand.
And I won't ever criticise people for that, to be honest.
No, I can understand it, but I'm not going to let it get in the way of enjoying what we've got now.
Aye. Yeah. I can hate what they did in the past with 8th and the world and still compartmentalise that to enjoy what we've got now.
Yeah, and, I've survived 8, getting blown up. If Old World went away, we'd still got a game here we can play forever.
Yeah, aye, like, long live Warhammer.
Yeah.
Long live Warhammer Fantasy. And a final thank you to the people who've been tuning into our YouTube. Obviously, we started this, 6 months ago, roughly?
Yeah.
Like, very basically, and we've tailed off a little bit because of real life and sickness and stuff like that. But thank you to the people who do tune in and watch this because we love talking about Warhammer. We love playing the game. We love just making lists, and hopefully that comes across in our videos because we really enjoy making them, and hopefully other people out there who are just also massive Warhammer nerds like us enjoy listening to them.
Definitely, and again, thanks again to all the people who have supported us, whether on the channel, on Facebook, or coming to our events.
Yeah, we couldn't be putting on our next event without the support of friends in the community. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all in 2025.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to try and get back into the cycle.
Yep.
Something out every week.
Christmas is out. At least every 2 weeks will be the aim. With something, like you say, get another Christmas out of the way with. Your year end's done. We're slowly.
My year end's just started.
Sorry. And then as yours will finish shortly, it will go into my year end in February. So it's a rough time of year for us from a work point, but we will be doing our best to get more content out there on a regular basis.
Yep. And we'll hope to see you at the event if we don't see you before.
Yep. Thank you very much, everyone. And good
All
night.
right. Thank you.